Burnout and Satisfactory. Those three words, unfortunately, we are all very accustomed to, and we all know a lot about getting burnt out in our favorite video games. In this video specifically, we're going to be talking about factory and automation games like Satisfactory, but that's not just limited to games like this. It could be any game in any genre. I think it's also kind of fair to put a game like Minecraft, just a creative game in general, kind of hand in hand with this. And how do we actually beat getting burnt out of these games? Well, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I'm not the most intelligent individual. I can't give you guys a specific terminology for why we get bored of games and exactly the scientific method for how we get rid of that. But what I can provide to you guys is my gamer opinion of a guy that's played a lot of video games, the guy that always gets burnt out first in the group, and how I now play games for a much longer period of time without getting bored. And usually in most cases now, my friend group has moved on to a new game and I'm just still playing the old game that we were all playing. If you like this video at any point, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. If you guys like creative games and factory and automation games, you guys will definitely like the content on this channel. And yeah, let's get right into it. I think the most common piece of advice that people always give, myself included usually, for people getting burnt out of games is just always saying, slow down, pace yourself when you're playing the game. When you start up a brand new Satisfactory or Minecraft world, just play it a couple hours a night and don't go on like these 10-hour days of just playing it nonstop. And while yes, that's definitely a pretty good rule of thumb, it's also a very basic piece of advice that people often give. Something I talked about a little bit in my last video is that it's okay if you guys are playing a game like Minecraft or Satisfactory and you put a lot of hours into a particular save. When you boot it up a couple months down the line, you don't instantly you don't have to hop into a brand new save or a brand new world. You guys can continue to come back to these worlds and have them be like multiple year-long projects. Like with my current Minecraft world, a bunch of me and my buddies played it last summer. We haven't played it since then, but we all hopped right back into the same world and kind of picked up where we left off, but also just kind of started a bunch of new things in it. I know that's not particularly advice for people getting burnt out of the game, but I think it's something that a lot of people should keep in mind when they're playing the game. Just because you stop playing it for a little bit doesn't mean you completely have to restart when you start again. But let's get back to what we can do in our day-to-day time of us playing the game to make sure that we don't get burnt out. I don't know if you guys have ever had like this similar phenomenon happen to you, but sometimes when I'm playing Minecraft, especially when I'm with a large group of friends, sometimes I just get on and I have no clue what I want to build or what I want to do. And I'm just running around the world just thinking about, oh, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do this. I'll start a build, but I have no inspiration for it. And I'm just kind of like, throwing stuff at a wall and seeing what sticks. Then my end product is a building that I'm not really that, happy with. I wasn't inspired at all to make it. And overall, I'm just doing it to do it. Something that I've been doing a lot more in my Minecraft world is not just like getting on out of autopilot. Like usually I just automatically booted up the game and hopped in it. Now I intentionally think about when I'm about to go into a Minecraft or let's say Satisfactory session, which is kind of more what this video I know is geared towards. Basically, I hop in and I have a predetermined goal of what I want to get done. I hop in, I'm like, all right, I'm going to build this factory and I'm going to build it, really, really well. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to maybe do a little bit of work beforehand, looking for inspiration and basically having a picture in my head of exactly what I want to do. I'm not just hopping in and running around and wasting a bunch of time thinking, oh, what am I going to do today? And that has significantly helped me out. I've been playing Minecraft literally nonstop for 3 to 4 weeks straight. And it's all I can think about. And when I'm doing other things, like I'm at the gym, I think about, what can I build before I'm building tonight? Let me get some inspiration, look up some inspiration pictures and exactly how do I want to do this? Sometimes I'll hop into a creative world and model what I want to build. So when I actually hop in and start building it, I'm not just aimlessly, trying to figure out what to do. I do apologize for talking about Minecraft a lot in this video. Like I said, it's really been on my mind recently. I've been playing that game pretty much nonstop, but this also works very well for games like Satisfactory and just factory and automation games in general. Like I said, this and kind of open world games like Minecraft can definitely go very hand in hand. I booted up my Satisfactory world for the first time in a little bit. It had been maybe 2 or 3 weeks off the game, which was a much needed break for me. I definitely needed a little bit of time to kind of try something else, but now that I hopped back into it a little bit, I was a little bit overwhelmed at first trying to remember how all my systems went and everything, but before long I took a look around, kind of got my bearings again, knew everything that I had to do. I looked at where I was in the game and my progression and kind of just tried to make a list of the top priorities that I needed. My number one priority in this case was just building a bigger power plant, getting more efficient power, and just all the kind of stuff like that. So I first off decided what kind of power plant I want to make, how I want to make it, where I want to make it, what kind of design philosophy I'm going to go, and went through this whole checklist of different things that I want to do before I actually hopped into the game itself and started building it. So once I decided how much power I wanted, where all the nodes were and everything, where I wanted to make it, and kind of the design I was going for after looking from inspiration on Reddit and stuff, then I finally hopped in and in one sitting completely finished the entire thing, which usually it'd be like a week-long process, throw stuff at the wall and just see what would work. So to give you a general summary of this video, basically don't just hop into whatever game you're playing and just kind of try to come up with whatever you want to build on the fly. When you're not playing the game or before you play the game, try to think about exactly what you want to build, plan it out a little bit and just go from there. Of course, you can still spontaneously play the game if you want to, or if you're with a group of friends, you can just hop on with your buddies and have a good time. But for me, what's really helped with longevity of me playing these games is, first off, I can always come back to them if I take a break, like I just did with Satisfactory. I took 3 weeks off the game and I still came back to it. And also just planning out what you want to do before you actually build it. Of course, these tips could just be subjective. They might just be things that work for me, but I really do hope that this also works for you guys as well. With that said, that's everything I have to talk about in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end. You guys are absolutely amazing. I love each and every one of you guys that watches these videos. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.